Rita, it's so nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
Jordyn's success. I also have 4 children, not as athletic as yours, but I have to ask, the other kids. I know if I give too much attention to one of my children, the other children are like, does that, I know they're older, my kids are older too. Do you have any of that?
Just with one of them. I mean, the way my kids are spaced, it makes it a little bit easier. My oldest daughter is 25. She's out of the house. She's, she was 7 years, there was a 7-year gap between her and the next one. So she's kind of like very mature and understands. She's not whining. My son, who's a year and a half older than Jordyn, he's the most caring, laid back, supportive kid. He could care less if he gets, he's all about just supporting Jordyn. The young one, Kira, now she's 4 years younger than Jordyn. So by the time she was born, Jordyn was already into gymnastics. She doesn't really know anything else. I know that she's felt it over the years. I mean, I've had to travel quite a bit over the years with Jo. When she was a young gymnast, she would have, like 15 meets in a year, and I'd have to go off with her. That was back in the days where I had to drive her to all the meets, get the hotel, and I know Kira felt, like she missed me, and I was spending more time with Jordyn. So now that she's older, she's 12, we talk about it, and she understands, but there were some times where I had major mom guilt.
I know my kids, I joke about them growing up in my minivan, my youngest especially. In fact, my youngest has a question for you.
Okay.
I Skyped with them this weekend.
Oh my gosh, cool.
And she's 10.
Okay.
And she wants to know, my 13-year-old son, he's the only boy I have 2 girls, he wrestles.
Okay.
I go to his meets, and this is how I watch his meets. Through laced fingers. So my youngest is so embarrassed by that.
Right.
So she says, could you ask Jordyn's mom, does she do the same thing when Jordyn's flying through the air?
I watch, but honestly, I am a nervous wreck. I usually am wiggling to the point where my husband is like, you look ridiculous. You need to stop that. Like everyone's staring. And I mean, I'm just like, and so the last few meets, I've just gotten up and walked around. But I'm always watching, and I'm usually praying the whole time, like literally, like kind of whispering it. I'm sure it looks like I'm a maniac, but you don't even care at that moment. You're just, and in gymnastics, and I know wrestling might be the same, it's so quick. I mean, if you added up all the events that she does and just did them all back to back, it'd be like 3 minutes. It's really quick. So it's a lot of just waiting. And then when she's finally up there, sometimes I'm almost relieved that she's going.
What is the biggest challenge for you for raising an Olympic athlete?
The biggest challenge is probably I just want to be mindful of this whole thing, and I want to appreciate this moment and not get absorbed in fear, worry, anxiety. There's so many emotions that I feel right now because we don't know if Jordyn's going to make the team. We don't know how things are going to go. Obviously, no one does. But I just want to be sure I realize that this whole thing's a blessing, and I want to appreciate it, and I want to be mindful of it, and I want to look back on this as a great memory and not as a stressful time.
Rita, thank you so much for taking time to speak with me and my readers. This is all great information that I think we can all use in all our lives, and thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.